Who was Nawab Akbar Bugti?
Nawab Akbar Bugti was the leader of Bugti tribes in Balochistan. He was basically leading them, and in 2010s, first decade of 21st century.
Do you think Khalistan movement is still hot or dynamic?
Sir, it is hot. That's why India is taking doing extrajudicial and such kind of killings even abroad.
What are the salient features of 26th Amendment?
Sir,
Has it compromised independence of judiciary?
Sir, the salient feature of 26th Amendments include establishment of constitutional bench to sort out constitutional issues. Sir, number 2 is changing the way of appointment of judges, which was on the seniority basis, is now will be chosen among the top 3.
USA is not a member of the ASEAN.
Yes, sir.
Why President Trump was there in Malaysia?
Sir, there are several reasons of presence of President Donald Trump there. Sir, number 1, although USA is not the part of ASEAN, yet US is basically the guarantor of establish of global liberal order. Under this role of US, he has to ensure the smooth trade and open border trade as well. That's why President Trump was there.
How are you, Usman sir?
Sir,
कैसे हैं आप? ठीक हैं?
Sir,
We have met earlier also, or this is the first time we are meeting? All 3 of us.
Sir, I met
अच्छा, आप मूवी
two
से हो
of
गए?
the panelists.
Two of the panelists. That's okay. So, which competitive examination, FPSC, and when
Yes,
is your
sir.
interview scheduled?
Sir, my schedule is in phase 2 Lahore.
Phase 2, which would be in February, I believe, yeah, January.
Sir,
अभी तो आज से शुरू है ना लाहौर के?
Yes, sir. Sir, I read somewhere it's in mid of December, sir.
Mid of December, अच्छा,
Yes,
okay,
sir. Yes,
that's close, because they haven't started from Islamabad this time.
Yes, sir.
They've started from Lahore.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
today is probably the first day of the
Yes,
interviews.
sir.
Okay, fine. Briefly introduce yourself for a minute or so.
Sir, I am Usman Shah. I belong to an agrarian family of Rahimyar Khan. Sir, I did my graduation from UET Lahore in mechanical engineering. Sir, later on, I completed my MA Political Science from the Islamia University, Bahawalpur. In my professional career, sir, I have been a lab engineer in an engineering college for 3 years, sir. Later on, I started working as SEO content writer, and I cleared my CSS exam in 2025 in my 3rd attempt, sir.
What is going on in Balochistan?
Sir, in Balochistan, there is basically going on a sort of separatist movement, which is nationally motivated, and 3 or 4 groups are doing militant terrorism in Balochistan, and recently our state has called them Fitnatul Hindustan, because our state considers that they are backed by India, and they are doing militancy and repeated attacks in Balochistan. For example, recently we have seen that Jafar Express attack and attacks on the anniversary of Jinnah, as well on 7 or 8 positions in
Jinnah nahi bola kare,
Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Yes,
Jinnah
sir.
is kind of derogatory.
Yes,
Jinnah used to be called by the Congress.
Yes, sir. Sir,
वो भी फिर भी इज्जत में मिस्टर जिन्ना कहते थे, आपने तो मिस्टर भी नहीं लगाया अभी.
Yes, sir.
So he is a founder, and
Yes,
he is
sir.
one of the Pakistan is very
Yes,
important
sir.
for Pakistan.
Yes,
Okay, please continue.
So, sir, Pakistani state is taking 2 kind of measures in Balochistan. Number 1 is kinetic measures. Intelligence-based operations are going on in Balochistan, as well as the state of Pakistan is also taking some measures in socio-economic development. For example, many a times Aghaze-e-Huquq Balochistan type packages are given there, sir.
Okay, fine. Can you name a few separatist entities or organizations which are operative in Balochistan?
Yes, sir. Please. Sir, number 1 is BLA, Balochistan Liberation Army. Okay. Sir, number 2 is BRA, Balochistan Resistance Army,
Republican
and
Army.
Republic Army, and sir, BSO Balochistan Student Organization. These three are militant.
You
separatist.
haven't heard about BLF, which is one of the
Yes,
most
sir.
lethal. What is the abbreviation of BLF?
Sir, Balochistan Liberation Front.
Okay. Any leaders of these organizations?
Sir, sorry, sir, I couldn't recall.
Not a single one.
Sorry, sir.
Who was Nawab Akbar Bukti?
Sir, Nawab Akbar Bukti was the leader of Bukti tribes in Balochistan. He was basically leading them, and in 2010s, first decade of 21st century, he
He was
was
alive in 2010.
in 2010, sir, in first decade of
2000s बोले ना उसको 10 क्यों
in
बोले?
2000s,
2000s है वो, that's जी.
he was killed in a military operation.
You are not sure about the year when he was killed.
Sir, I can guess it was 2005 or 6.
Six,
sir.
it was 6.
Yes, sir.
27th of August 2006. 26th of August 2006.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now changing the pattern altogether. Now we are getting out of Balochistan and going into India.
Yes, sir.
Are there separatist movements in India too?
Yes, sir. There are so many separatist movements in India as well. Sir, for example, the biggest movement is Khalistan movement, and also in eastern side of India, where a term is called the chicken neck of India.
Chicken neck corridor.
Chicken neck corridor. There are so many separatist movements there.
Which
as
ones
well.
can you name?
Sir, there are, I couldn't name exactly.
Chicken neck corridor separates Bangladesh from the seven northeastern
Seven
states.
northeastern states.
Which are also known as seven sisters.
Yes, sir.
Name them. Name
Sir,
those states.
Sir, sorry, I couldn't.
And all of them are raging with
sir,
insurgency
raging
movements.
with
All of them
separatist
है. Assam भी
movements.
है,
Yes,
उसमें मणिपुर भी है,
Yes,
मेघालय भी है.
Yes, sir.
ये all of them है.
Yes,
अच्छा चलें. You mentioned about Khalistan movement. Do you think Khalistan movement is still hot or dynamic?
Sir, it is hot. That's why India is taking is doing extrajudicial and such kind of killings even abroad.
Even abroad, so it's correct. They have been killing so many separatist
Yes,
Sikh leaders. But is it also present kinetic in the country also, in Punjab?
Sir,
as well?
no, it is not kinetically
And
present.
what was the last great operation which was conducted against Khalistan movement?
Sir, it was in Amritsar temple, and the
What was the name of the temple?
Sir, Amritsar, it was Blue Temple, I think.
है?
Sorry,
दो चीजों को मिला दिया है.
sorry, sir.
ऑपरेशन को और टेम्पल के नामों को दोनों को
Yes,
मिला
sir.
दिया है.
Yes, sir.
ब्लू स्टार तो एक और चीज
Yes,
थी
sir.
Blue Star was the operation,
Yes,
and
sir.
it's Golden Temple.
Golden Temple.
Golden Temple.
Yes,
Who was the
Amritsar.
leader when he was killed in this operation?
Sir, it was the resistance leader of Khalistan. His name was, if you allow me to guess, was Nachitar Singh. I think so.
But some of the diehards, extremists of Khalistan movement
Yes, sir.
rate him as the guru.
Yes, sir.
वो कहते हैं 12वां गुरु तो गुरु ग्रंथ है, कहते हैं 13वां गुरु है वो.
Yes.
13th गुरु है वो, गुरु नानक के
Sir, it
बराबर है.
was
उस
like-
बंदे का नाम
Yes, sir.
बताएं उसका.
Sir, I read it, but I couldn't recall it.
संत जर्नैल सिंह
Yes,
भिंद्रावाले.
sir. Yes, sir.
संत जनरल, संत means saint.
Yes, sir.
जनरल सिंह भिंद्रावाले. Sir, over to you.
What are the salient features of 26th Amendment?
Sir,
Has it compromised independence of judiciary?
Sir, the salient feature of 26 amendments include establishment of constitutional bench
Okay.
to sort out constitutional issues. Sir, number 2 is the changing the way of appointment of judges, which was on the seniority basis, is now will be chosen among the top 3, and a parliamentary committee is active now in their choice. And sir, the number 3 is taking back suo motu powers of judiciary, and number 4 is introduction of same kind of amendments in provincial judiciary. And sir, number 5 is basically the method of accountability of judges has also changed. Sir,
Has it compromised independence? As some say that it has compromised the independence of judiciary. That's why they have challenged it in the Supreme Court. That it should be struck down.
Sir, Supreme Court is looking into it, yet in many opinions, it is not the compromise of independence of judiciary.
Okay.
Because instead it is basically the establishment of the supremacy of parliament,
Okay.
on the judicial organ of state. And also in Pakistan the judiciary was not under check previously. It was doing independently. As
So
Montesquieu.
you are against the independent judiciary?
No, sir, I am not against the independent judiciary, but I am in favor of checks and balances.
You just
on
said
judiciary as
that
well.
there should be a executive check or parliamentary check on the judiciary.
Sir, actually the idea of separation of power itself incorporates some system of checks and balances on every organ of the state by other two organs. So, sir, in this context,
What kind of checks the judiciary has over executive and the parliament?
sir, judiciary has a check on the parliament as it's under its power of judicial review. And sir, in case of executive, there are so many writs under which they can be prosecuted in.
What is the basic structure of Pakistan's constitution?
So the basic structure of Pakistan constitution is it frames a federal republic of Pakistan. It makes a federation with parliamentary form of government, and also it establishes bicameral legislature as well as independent judiciary, and prime minister is the head of the executive and president is the head of the state. So sir, this is basic primary features of our political setup.
Okay. What are the three most important reasons for increase in crime rate in the metropolitan cities of Punjab?
Sir, the biggest reason is the absence of the rule of law, and sir, after it is basically the uncertainty of punishments, and sir, the third one is the unpredictability of laws, and sir, the fourth one is basically a population rise which is also twinned with poverty and unemployment, and sir, the fifth one is basically rise of crime due to sir, overall socio-economic situation of the country.
What is circular debt and how can we deal with it?
So circular debt is basically inefficiency of government to pay the payments specifically in electricity sectors. Sir, the biggest solution to resolve this issue is Pakistan needs to revisit its number one agreements with IPPs, independent power producers. Sir, number two is Pakistan needs to reshift its electricity production from fossil fuels to green energy. And sir, number three, it can also be reduced by overall reducing the expenditure of.
Last question, what is Pakistan's current energy mix?
Sir, currently I read it last year, and it was 60% of basically fossil fuels, which include the oil and gas. And
thermal that is thermal.
Yes, sir, thermal. So, and sir, 5 to 6% is nuclear.
Okay.
And sir, 10 to 12%, if I'm not wrong, was from green energy, and the other 20-30% was hydel.
Ji sir.
Okay, recently there was an ASEAN conference in Malaysia.
Yes, sir.
How many members are there in the ASEAN countries?
Sir, I couldn't exactly tell the number of
There are
ASEAN
10.
countries. Yes, sir.
There were 10.
Yes,
But
sir.
recently a country has been included, joined ASEAN. Which is the name of that country?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't read it, sir. Sir, I couldn't.
Okay. Just let me know that USA is not a member of the ASEAN country.
Yes, sir.
But why President Trump was there in Malaysia?
Sir, there are several reasons of presence of President Donald Trump there. Sir, number one, although USA is not the part of ASEAN, yet US is basically the guarantor of establish of global liberal order, and under this role of US, he has to ensure the smooth trade and open border trade as well. That's why President Trump was there. Sir, number two is that there is overall.
Was he not a dialogue partner there?
Sir, it may be a dialogue partner there, but I couldn't exactly tell it. if US is or not. Sir,
Continue.
Sir, number two reason is that recently we have seen that the United States is imposing rigorous tariffs on many countries across the world, and due to which the overall reputation of the United States is getting low. As many writers are writing that
Who is the foreign minister of Taliban?
Sir, foreign minister of Taliban is.
Can you name two members who are at present indulged in dialogue with Pakistan from Taliban side?
Sir, I couldn't recall. I read it last day, but I couldn't recall.
Okay, one of them said day before yesterday that if Pakistan is becoming too hard for us and the trade is suspended since last 13 or 14 days,
Yes, sir.
and Afghanistan is looking for the alternate routes. What are the possibilities for that alternate route?
Sir, possibility of that.
For example, if we block the transit trade to Afghanistan,
Yes, sir.
what options Afghanistan have
Sir,
to have its imports?
Sir, Afghanistan have its imports via Iran because it is also sharing borders with Iran through Chabahar port. Yet,
But Iran is facing a lot of problems.
Yes,
Iran
sir.
is facing sanctions.
Yes, sir. Sir,
So, would they be able to exploit the resources of Iran?
Sir, they would not be able to exploit the resources of Pakistan because the best possible
Iran.
way.
Iran.
मैंने यही पूछा है कि ईरान पे तो sanctions लगेगी.
Yes, sir.
उनके imports के ऊपर sanctions हैं, उनकी exports
Yes,
के ऊपर
sir.
sanctions
Yes,
हैं.
sir.
तो उनकी ports को अफगानिस्तान इतना freely independently use कर सकता है?
Sir, Afghanistan should not use their ports, yet government in Afghanistan is also not having the global legitimacy. And to some extent, from last 3 or 4 years, the whole world has witnessed that they are not so much concerned about getting legitimacy at all. We can expect anything from Afghanistan government.
Okay, then how do you see the future of Taliban in Afghanistan? What is the pragmatic analysis about them?
Sir, Afghanistan has been the home to instability. In foreseeable future, I see that in Afghanistan there may be a regime change once again because the Northern Alliance.
Okay.
Northern
Continue.
Alliance is getting strengthened with the help of
But
some.
at present, there is no existence of Northern Alliance. Can you name any leader जो अपने आप को ये कह रहा हो मैं Northern Alliance का leader?
Sir, the son of Hikmat Yar is also present in Afghanistan, and his father previously has led a strong resistance movement in Afghanistan. And sir, overall the regional powers have some sort of interest while reinstalling Hikmat Yar group or Northern Alliance in Afghanistan. And sir, the second biggest threat is that the IS Khurasan is also present there.
Okay, yesterday, Afghanistan was also tabling one of the proposals that Pakistan should also stop its interference in Afghanistan.
Yes, sir.
What is the point of view of Taliban in this case?
Sir, their point of view, in my opinion, has no grounds at all because Pakistan recently is not interfering in Afghanistan's internal affairs, and instead Pakistan is only doing some sort of offensive defensive to protect Pakistan's own territory. We are clearly we have clearly attacked Afghani soil and specifically the TTP. So it is not Afghanistan's internal affairs. Instead, it is about sorting out our own issues with TTP. So as the Afghanistan has guaranteed that their land would not be used against Pakistan in Doha, against any other country in Doha Accord, as well as in 5 bilateral meetings, 4 regional groups.
Okay, last question.
Yes, sir.
What is your opinion about nominating President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize second time by Pakistan?
Sir, to my opinion, while viewing through the lens of diplomacy, it is a wise move because Pakistan recently is enjoying good and cordial relations with the United States while maintaining equally cordial relations with China. And Pakistan's relation with the United States historically have been defined with its relations with India. Now, the United States is not viewing India and Pakistan through the same lens. It is keeping Pakistan some way ahead. The biggest, we can say, the benefit of these relations is that Pakistan's role in 20 points
Okay,
peace
stop
results.
here. Last comment.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that ethics have any role in the international relations?
Sir, ethics should play a role in international relations. As
Never
ill,
plays.
as ill luck would have it, the whole world is dominated by the real politics. For example, if we see,
बड़ा अच्छा जवाब दे दिया. ज़्यादा बस को लंबा करोगे ना
लंबा नहीं कर रहा हूँ
खराब करोगे. You have already responded in absolute correct terms.
जवाब आपने ठीक दे दिया उसको क्वालिफाई करने के लिए
ज़्यादा नहीं qualify नहीं करो. Anything sir else?
Nothing.
But that's. Thank you very much, Usman. You had a very good interview, by the way.